Tonight, using pot may be legal, but a Colorado widow and her children are paying the price, denied thousands of dollars in death benefits because her late husband legally smoked marijuana.
And she reached out to Contact7. And tonight, Chief Investigative reporter Tony Kowaleski introduces us to Erica Lee and her fight to protect her family's financial future.
I am very scared. I have no idea how we're going to make it.
She's a widow, a teacher, and a mother.
We don't even know if we'll get any money at all. So I'm looking at right now maybe just trying to survive. I'm very frustrated with the system.
A frustrating journey that started 20 months ago.
Loveland Valley, CPR in progress.
Her husband Adam died on the job, an electrician at the Loveland Ski Area.
Georgetown Medic 1 confirming he's stuck in the magic carpet.
He was crushed under this ski conveyor belt.
He got caught in the magic carpet, and when the magic carpet stopped, they just started it again and again and again and again, 7 times total.
The pain of losing her husband magnified when she learned a state law will now greatly impact her monthly family budget. I mean, the story here is your husband's smoking of legal marijuana is now hurting your family.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
Let's take a moment to really understand this issue. Toxicology reports after Adam's death here at the Loveland Ski Area showed high levels of marijuana in his system. But here's the critical point. Current science and the testing were unable to confirm if Erica's husband was impaired or intoxicated at the time of his death. Despite that critical fact, current Colorado law allows state workers' comp to cut Erica's benefit in half.
I mean, this is heartbreaking, and I think this should be a message to marijuana consumers in Colorado.
Back in 2012, attorney Brian Vicente played a major role in legalizing marijuana in Colorado.
Our voters spoke loudly and said marijuana should not be illegal for adults. Yet we still have some parts of the Colorado revised statutes that appear to penalize people who are using this substance.
In fact, the state of Colorado says this law allows workers' compensation companies to reduce benefits if pot is found in an employee's system. Specifically, the law includes benefits may be reduced by 50% where the injury results from the presence of controlled substances. Exactly what has happened to Erica and her kids.
Often, these sort of benefits companies are looking for ways to reject people. In this case, they're looking to reject a benefit for a widow and her children, and that's devastating. This law is outdated. It is ambiguous.
As it stands now, with a positive test result, the employer has the right to reduce those benefits.
John Sandberg is an administrative law judge with the state of Colorado. He's paid to enforce the state law. Following the law right now appears to be at a disconnect between another law that legalized marijuana in our state.
You could look at it that way. The issue that you're raising, Tony, it's a good social issue. It's one that probably does have to be brought to the attention of General Assembly in terms of how this impacts workers.
The state currently has no active tracking system to determine how many other families have been impacted like Erica's. A clear-cut legal disconnect, a financial hit on a widow's bottom line, and a widow's ability to provide for her kids. How many pot smokers in this state do you think realize they're putting their family at risk?
I imagine none of them do.
Were you aware of this legal disconnect before we brought it to your attention?
I was not, and so this is one of those sort of quirks in the law. It's having an impact on real people, and it needs to be addressed.
How do you survive with 3 kids? I honestly don't know how I'm going to support the kids for the rest of my life.
Now, Erica has a hearing next month with her workers' comp company and a judge. We intend to follow this process and see if she gets her benefits and a little bit of justice. Finally, our reporting doesn't stop here. We intend to bring Erica's issue to the attention of state lawmakers. A very intriguing issue here.
Truly.
Yeah, a lot of relevant questions.
There are.
Tony, interesting. Thank you.